Hello ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? My name is Bilify and today we are here to counter a glove. Which glove would that be? Why, of course it's the sun glove. And these are going to be the amazing goobers that are going to help us figure out which gloves counter which in this scenario. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, Klee, Viewer, Bio, and TheQuantumLord. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of you. And let's get into this. So first of all, I think that you could use the default Fart Blast. This is not going to be a great counter. This just works. I think you could use this to escape one of the orbs that are flying at you. If it's thrown at you and you use your blast, you can use that to dodge. If there's a Giga one, it's not going to save you. If they throw it, yeah, you're not going to be able to escape the Giga orb. So default's not going to protect you there. It's only going to protect you from the beginning phases of it. Back to being counters, we have our rocks. We have Diamond, we have Mega Rock, and we have Custom. All of these are going to keep you extremely safe because you can't be hit with any sort of knockback while in a rock form. So if you're fighting, just go rock form, and then you can go out of it and go back to fighting. The rocks are going to be huge. I would not really use Diamond, but I would use it if you don't have Mega Rock or Custom. So by all counts of miracles, does the Z glove avoid it? It avoids Meteor, so I kind of want to say maybe it will, but I don't know. Alright, if you are on the ground... Zzz is overpowered. A great glove to escape is the Flash Glove. This might be able to save you from the Giga Sun, but you have to be very, very, very early. As soon as you see them throw it like that, that's when you're gonna dodge out of the way. If you hesitate too long, you can get hit even during your flash attempt, so you have to do it at the early stages of it. If you use Swapper at the right time, could this be beneficial? Alright, so if you use Swapper at a good time, you can escape, but the problem is if they have it at a max tier or a really high tier, you're probably gonna swap to somebody that's in danger with you. So your best case scenario with Swapper is you Swapper the person throwing it, and it makes them miss, so you have to do it early. Alright, so if they use it, but you swap them, ooh, that could work. That could work. So realistically speaking with Swapper, it can work, but it's not something that I would use as there's so many different variables that can get in the way of success. Now, you can use the Ghost Glove and sneak up on them if they have like a gigantic orb, but if they throw it, this is not gonna save you. This is so that you can try to sneak up to them and hit them off the edge and get rid of the orb before they throw it. That's the only thing I would use Ghost for. Now, you can absolutely use the 3 Savior Gloves to save you, so Thanos, Adios will work great for this. They're not counters, they're just gloves that will save you. So you get hit, oh no, use your ability, fling yourself back in, you'll be good. Just don't do it too late. In a way, you can use the Hando. If you see the user about to throw it in the middle, yoink them over to you so that they hit the edge and it doesn't kill a bunch of people, but you're probably gonna get hit, so it's not gonna save you. This is if you want to save the crowd. Alright, the next glove that's gonna be a good counter here is gonna be Magnet. If you are close enough to somebody, which they don't have to be that close to you for this to work, you can save yourself from flying off the edge. Now, I would use this pretty fast though, as if you are next to somebody that's also being flung off the edge, you're just gonna get teleported to somebody that's also dying, so you gotta be careful. So if you see yourself getting hit and you know you're getting hit, use your ability as fast as you possibly can after you get hit. But again, if you're being hit with somebody that's also being flown off the edge, you're gonna get teleported to them and still carry your momentum and get flown off the edge. So just recognize your situation and press it accordingly. If they are in their ability, you can pusher them away, but it's not enough time for it to be anything drastic. It works to push them, but you're still gonna take that hit. So Carl brought a suggestion up that actually seems like it'd work out very, very well. It says create a wall behind you, and when you get hit, use the wall. So if you're in a fight, throw your wall. If you get hit, you'll smack right into the wall. So you can use pusher defensive-wise, but not offensive-wise. So not a counter, just something that would save you. Good job on thinking that, Carl. Big brain move. Jump over it. If you're not there to be hit, you can't be hit, right? But yeah, as soon as you see them throw it, ooh, maybe not. So as soon as you see them start to use it, use your ability, go up in the air. Yeah, no. It's going to be really hard to time space if they have it, even with a medium size. So I don't know if I would want to recommend space. Now, Dream, this could be a very good counter. I don't know how well it's going to work against the upper speeds, though. I think you're going to have to use this on the smaller speeds. So you're fighting, they throw it, I would run directly at them. Oh, nope, doesn't work. So if we run backwards, nope, not enough time for the gigantic Giga orbs. In this scenario, speed's not going to help you against the max-sized orbs. It's only going to help you on medium-sized orbs. So don't really recommend Dream. Will the golden ability save you? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it will. You're not going to take any bit of knockback. You see them throwing it, activate your ability, you will not be hit by Sun. You are good to go. So we can highly recommend golden for this. This will be a top counter. By the time they pretty much get up to a upper tiered Sun, you should have your ability ready. Now, Cheeky, what kind of reduction on knockback can you take? All right, so you were hit. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry to the Cheeky family. I don't think Cheeky's gonna be quite good in this scenario, as it doesn't take enough knockback for me to want to say that it's worthy. So now, like Carl says, are the replica clones immune? And I'm gonna say yes. They usually don't take any kind of knockback to things like this, so I think replica is gonna be a pretty decent little counter here. Yep, replica clones are immune to being hit by the giant sun, meaning you can use your replica if they throw it, and the replica clone will still charge them, but it's not defensive. You're still gonna die in your own end. So it's good, just not a top counter in my opinion. Now defense users, this ain't gonna save you. You are, what? Test 2, let's see. Whoa, okay, yeah, first one was a fluke. So what happens when you use the reverse glove? So, oh, it targets the user that used it. Interesting. I didn't think reverse was going to do that. I was 90% sure that the reverse glove was going to be something that the reverse user flies away, but nope, the people using sun are in the danger zone. So reverse is going to get a massive W here and a top counter spot. Big ups to the reverse. That's awesome. Same thing with Shukuchi. As long as you catch somebody in the ability, you should be fine. You can't take any knockback while you're in that ability itself. If you get into an animation, you'll be good. Because when it explodes, you can't be hit by that knockback, so Shukuchi will work. So this Duelist glove here will actually work to save you. What just happened? But yeah, say you're slap fighting, you don't know what's going on, but they use it. If you use it, you can, ooh. There's gonna be a timing thing here with Duelist. All right, so if you use it early, that's gonna be your key. If you use it too late, it doesn't work. Now, if you use the Woah glove, can you push them back and alter the way they throw the sun? That would be interesting. All right, so say you're fighting, you push them back. Oh, absolutely. So for our Woah glove here, I'm not gonna give it a top counter rating, but it is great because during the lower and medium levels, this is absolutely fantastic as they probably won't touch you. Once you get up into the greater levels, that becomes a little bit more dangerous. It did work for the one that I did here, but I'm not gonna guarantee it's gonna work each time. So I'm not gonna say this is a top counter. I'm gonna say it's a pretty decent one. Okay, so the second glove of our trio of saviors is the Adios. I don't think this is gonna work as good as Thanos, but you can have a very good time to it. You have to do it early though. As soon as you see them use it, that's when I would use Adios. Because if you use it after you get hit, they're not gonna have enough time. They're gonna fall into the void. So you must use it as soon as you see them start their ability. Will the blocked glove save you from taking knockback? I 1000% doubt it, but let's test it anyway. If you have them blocked and they throw it at you, you are still going into the void, unless you clutch. Blocked and buddies are going to be an L here. Let's show you buddies real quick. We will just grab our friend here, and with our friend buddied, if he throws it at us, we'll be not okay. Unless we clutch again. So don't use these two, they will not work for you. What happens if you Rocky somebody is starting their ability? So if we see them start to use their ability, we don't have enough time. The only thing we could do with Rocky is save somebody else. So if I throw it at somebody, it does not stop the throw. So the Rocky glove is going to be like Hando in a way where you can save somebody else, but you're still going to take the brunt of the hit. So if you have a friend you're playing with and you see them getting ready to throw the sun, try to huck a rock at your friend as fast as you can and get them into that diamond. If you're using Balloony, can you use enough balloons to get out of the way in time of a gigantic strike? So if you see them use your ability and you rise, you can, but that's only if you have balloons ready before you go and get out of the way. If you don't have balloons ready, it's not going to work for you. Keep rocking with Balloony, just make sure you have balloons at like all times. Now, Tableflip is a deterrent, but can be used in counter form. All right, so if you see them, throw a table at them and make them go off. So if you see him throwing it, yeah, if you can time it well, you can stop it. All right, time for another L. Let's go shield. Let's go fly off the edge. Yep, goodbye. Ping Pong is going to be a deterrent slash counter more than the table flip. Well, no, it'll probably be the exact same as a table flip. But yeah, you can throw a ping pong ball at somebody that's chasing you with that orb. It'll pretty much send them off the edge, and they will have to get all those slaps again to get the sun up. It's not going to save you if they throw it and you're close, so I'm not going to give it the counter. Because Replica cannot be targeted, that means Baller can also not be targeted by the sun, meaning users will have to walk up and slap Baller. So this can be considered a deterrent and or a counter, but very borderline counter. Now, you can definitely use Slicer exactly like Ping Pong and Table Flip. These are great deterrents. You could consider this more of a counter than the other gloves, just due to the fact that this has such a broad wingspan that it goes after people with, but it's not a secured counter. So I'm not going to put it on like my highly recommended. Now, you can absolutely use Excavator. You will not be hit underground, and you will not be hit while you're in the animation. So Excavator is going to get a trophy for this because you can come back and hit them. He's just throwing it at me. Go underneath the ground. You're not going to get hit while you're underneath the ground. Nothing. You are safe, and you can arise after. Interesting enough, enough, you can actually use the Thor glove to nullify that incoming sun, because you're in an animation. So always have your ability ready if you do see a sun user with a gigantic orb. The smaller orbs, you really wouldn't have to worry about, but bigger orbs, yeah. As soon as you see this orb coming in, use your ability. Once it hits the ground, you'll be good, they'll be cleared out, and you won't take any of the knockback. So Thor is definitely something that we can recommend. So what happens with Cloud? Oh, ooh, even if it hits the ground, I don't think it affects people in a cloud. No, it doesn't. Wow, Cloudy is a massive counter. Can this be thrown from the sky? Oh, it can. Ooh, but it explodes up in the air? Okay, that's a pretty neat combo. So yeah, a great way to combo with your friends is if you give them the cloud after they have a gigantic sun, they could go up in the sky and then throw it. But don't go too high, as if you're too far away, it's not really gonna do that much of an impact. So I would definitely get like towards the center and then I would go and do it. Big W for Cloud. So after we pass up the cloud, what does Jebaited do against these? So if you get hit, doesn't matter where, as long as you have your Jebaited activated, as soon as you fly off the edge, you will be brought back to your Jebaited spot. Jebaited is going to be a massive, massive counter against this. Guardian Angel will absolutely save one of your friends. If they get blown up and flown off the edge, it will bring them right back up top. They will not die. Guardian Angel will save a friend, but it will not save yourself. You could, of course, start throwing suns at other people using suns. Can sun users use the Cruel Sun ability while time has been stopped? Ooh, yep. It can be thrown, so as a God's Hand, you need to be very careful. But if you do go up to slap fight these people, all the one-shots will win the slap fight if you can land or trade. So God's Hand, the Flex, Air, Overkill, all of those will one-shot and slap and beat, but does nothing against the actual Cruel Sun ability. Ultra Instinct will not save you here. This only dodges slaps. Acrobat, this is like default, but a little bit better. So you can use this to evade the smaller orbs, but if you have gigantic Giga Orbs like this, yeah, it's not gonna save you. So even if you see them use it and you roll away, not gonna happen, bud. So if they have a medium one and they do throw it at you, you can roll out of the way and be good. But again, it has to be medium to small. The larger ones, no bueno. As per usual, if you can sneak a bus in there, you can definitely surprise them and kill them that way. But this is a deterrent, not a counter. You can use Mitten and get the off chance of getting a reverse present, but this isn't really something that's viable. This is just something that you have the possibility of winning. But Phase, on the other hand, will keep you 1,000,000% safe. Phase is a glove. If you have it and you don't know what to counter, definitely grab this, because 9.999 times out of 10, it's going to keep you safe from most gloves that you come across. So yes, definitely go for the purple part. You can use the warp glove if you have somebody slapped prior, but I don't really like to recommend this because you are counting on a third unit or slapping the person that actually throws this in. Doesn't matter where, when, or how, but you do get hit and you get blasted off. Just warp back and you're good to go. Now, interesting enough, you can use the bomb glove to heave it at them and get them away from you, or you can use this to save yourself. It'll be real hard to time, but if you see someone coming after you with this and you know they're gonna use it, throw your bomb. As soon as you take any knockback, explode it and you can get yourself back into the arena. Bomb isn't like super viable and not something I would go to use myself. It just can be used. If you can land the bubble, you will get them away from you, and you can oof them. You could throw a bubble at them. They will get caught in the bubble and end up flying off. The other way to do it is if you hit them early, they won't be able to use their ability perfectly on you. It'll get dragged with them as they're being flown away. But you have to make sure you use it early and don't use it after, because if you use it after, you're gonna get them, but you're also gonna get caught. Jet is a deterrent. Shard is a great deterrent because if they are chasing you, you can shoot a shard at them and it will slow them down and you have a greater chance to run away from them. But this is not something that is like super viable. Bob is a great deterrent glove. If they are continuously chasing you with a sun, just use a bob on them and make them run away. Jupiter, I don't think this is gonna work because Cheeky didn't work. On the smaller suns, I think any knockback is gonna be great. Any knockback reduction, I should say, would be great. But on the larger suns, yeah, these aren't gonna be good. These will not save you. If you trap yourself or somebody, can they be safe? If you have a trap on the ground already and they do throw it at you, you can get into that and take no knockback. So this is going to be a huge thing to use. Well, not huge, but a really great thing to use. But it'll be hard to time if you don't have a trap down already. If you see them starting to use it, the timing on it is going to be terrible. So make sure you have them down early. So again, like Jupiter, I don't recommend hybrid in this scenario, as the speed and or the Jupiter is not going to work on like medium to upper suns that are coming after you. It only works on like smaller tiered. If you are on top of Larry while using Rattlebones, will you get flung off? Oh, it like drags Larry down. That was a little odd. So it doesn't knock you off of Larry. It just kind of knocks you down and spins you towards the user. I forget what other glove did this. But yeah, it drags you in that direction, so you can stay safe on top of a Larry. So can you use the charge glove to evade a gigantic sun that is coming after you? You can be hit, so that is one thing to be wary of, but if they cast it, yeah. Oh yeah, charge will give you enough speed and enough distance to be able to avoid the people throwing suns after you. So we're gonna give charge a big old W here, as you can use it offensively and defensively. Elude will not save you in this scenario. Elude only protects you against slaps. Do not use Elude. However, I do recommend you use the fish glove. If you get hit by anything, flop like a fish. Go right back into the arena. You'll be good. Doesn't matter what size orb hits you. Just flop. You'll be good. You'll be A-okay, and you can go back and start partying with everybody and dancing and doing all the grooves. So if you leash a user who has the sun, can they throw it? Nope. They cannot. Interesting. If you leash a user who has a sun, big deterrent, or not deterrent, big counter. So we're gonna highly recommend that you use the leash glove against them, because that's like actual bounty catching. You're catching a sun with a rope. You can use the kinetic glove for that one-time knockback reduction slash what is it called? Tab glitch. That's what it's called. I could not think of it till I got like in the arena. Yeah, once you see you're getting hit, oh no, use your ability. You'll be good to go. Just come back. So kinetic actually has a very big W move on this end. If you are a higher tiered Sparky, can you evade the hit? Like if they use their ability, you can't just use yours. It's not gonna work, Chief. You're gonna have to be already in speed form. That's the way you're gonna have to be and use this. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, we're back up. Okay, we're good. But yeah, the more speed you have, the better you are able to dodge these incoming suns. So Sparky can work in that sense, but this is a very, very, very low-end counter. Out of the 3 Savior Gloves, Recall is going to be the only one that I do not suggest, as when you are ragdolled, it does not work. The only way you would use Recall is as soon as you see them use their orb, that's when you use it. So Psycho can use the telekinesis jump to save yourself from the orb hit. If it's being thrown, can you time it out? No, but it also kind of just sent me directly into the ground. Interesting. So again, if you're flying, yes. Okay, Psycho is definitely going to be something that you can use to just get hit but stay in place at the same time. It works kind of weird, but yeah, oh yeah, you could definitely use it in that sense. It can still be thrown while being held, so you have to watch out for that, Psycho users. The counter glove works to not take any knockback. This is the running joke of Tableflip. As soon as you see them throw their orb, use your counter ability, you'll start dancing. As soon as you get hit, your character kind of ragdolls for a second, but you don't take any knockback. So counter works to protect you in that sense. Rob counters like everything, and I love it. If you are in your Rob form, you cannot take any bit of knockback, you are good to go. A good counter on this list, though, is going to be Rojo. You're in an animation, and a very long one at that. Uh-oh, he's throwing. Just go into your Rojo form. You'll be good to go. The Null Glove is going to be a great deterrent. Watch out, because with this ability, the Sun users can get their ability built off of Null minions. So be very weary about that. So for the Null Glove, I would not use this as a deterrent. It can work, but this would be a pretty decent little combo. If you use this Null Glove on some random person and have your friend go up and slap them, they can build up their ability off of it, which is pretty sick. The Tinker Glove is a deterrent glove. That's about it. You just keep throwing Tinker bots at them. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode. We had a lot of fun recording it. Which counter surprised you the most, and which one was your favorite? I want to say Zzz surprised me the most, but I'm starting to get used to Zzz doing that, so I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Cloud surprised me the most. I thought you would at least fly off the cloud, and we did not. One of my favorite counters would probably be Reverse. Not only did it shock me a little bit, but also with the Reverse Glove, you can send them away, which is crazy. I didn't know you were going to be able to do that. I was 99% sure that with the Reverse Glove, you were going to fly back yourself once you use the ability. But again, thank you so much to everybody who came out and helped. We did have a couple people that came and left during the process of this. Thank you to Carl, Saul, Bio, and Quantum. Before you could last see them there. I hope that every single one of you have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you do end up watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Later!